Hey, what's going on, Music Familia? I am live right now with C's Eternity right now. What's going on?
What's up, guys? What's up? Thanks for having us on the show, man.
Man, so we're doing something a little different, a little outside the box, and I kind of like it. I really do.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So we're trying, man. We're trying to do something original.
So, while I have you guys here, man, first and foremost, thanks for doing what you do as artists and musicians, man. You guys really crank, and it's pretty cool. It's a breath of fresh air to see some dudes come together the way you guys do. So let's talk about the band first and foremost, man. Let everybody know who you guys are, obviously, so that we can break into it.
Well, what's up? We're C's Eternity. We're all out of London, Ohio, and we're just some musicians that have been pounding away, trying to, do what we love for most of our lives. We've known each other all of our lives. We've played in different bands separately, and just a few years ago, we got together as one. They actually had a band already set up. They were looking for a singer. Like I said, I already knew them, so I signed on. Here we are.
So you guys kind of right off the bat have a tighter bond than some of the other bands out there because you guys know each other, at least somewhat better than just throwing some auditions together and bringing some guys in.
That's one thing to our advantage, for sure. Yeah.
We're all buddies here.
Yeah, we have been for years.
How long has each one of you guys been in music?
Oh, that's Jay's probably been in it the longest. How long have you been in it?
Probably about 25 years for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right around 20 there, and we're all right around those areas, I think. You guys said.
Yeah, I was about to start kicking around just when I was 17.
Wow, right on, man. So what brought you guys, obviously since 2015, what's the biggest change from 2015 to now?
Members, first off, the members are completely different. They'd have to comment on how they were in 2015. I wasn't there yet. Anybody want to comment on that?
Well, we had a guitar, 3 guitarists at one point.
Yeah. We went through a lot of different members. That's different.
4 guitarists.
Yeah.
Okay,
Drummers. We currently don't have a drummer. We've been through 3 drummers, and it just hasn't worked out. Nothing bad to say about those guys. 2 of those guys I love very much. It just hasn't worked out. So right now we're drummerless. So I guess I don't know. The sound of a band changes with the members, and there's been a different mixture with all of us involved. And it's just a little bit different this past couple of years with me singing. Instead of Jay trying to play lead and sing at the same time.
What are some of you guys' biggest influences, as a band and artists and musicians, what are some of those benchmarks look like for you guys?
I'm talking about this, man. I mean, my favorite band is Deftones. Most of these guys would say Metallica, probably, or Pantera. We're a wide range of different opinions. We're the same in a lot of ways, but we're also very different. Yeah, Testament. There's a lot of bands. We can talk about that. Out.
So, with a lot going on, man, like the pandemic, like we could sit here and pandemic this, pandemic that, but really seriously, nothing's been more impacted in our area than local music, I think, and the venue ship as it will, the bartenders, the owners, all of it. I think everybody as an umbrella has been affected, but I want to ask you.
Hurt everybody in the world, but what people don't understand is we were feeling like we were turning wheels in the mud before the pandemic hit. We were already, dealing with issues and stuff. So, what people don't realize is some of these bands out here, they were struggling before the pandemic hit. And then the pandemic hit, and then you're really stuck. You're, dead in the water. So yeah, it's crazy for all of us. It's good that we're getting out of it. It's good that everything is opening up again. I can't wait to play these shows, man. It's been so long since I've sung my heart out in front of people. I'm just ready.
All us old guys are gonna be all like sore and shit the next day, like, damn, I rocked my ass off, but it was awesome.
You just gotta stretch. You stretch beforehand at our age, and we're good.
Yeah, man. So the pandemic, obviously affected everybody, but I think that going forward now with the pandemic kind of sloping up and down, like there's like two different situations going on. One, there's a group of artists and bands that did absolutely nothing while the pandemic was going on. Like, let's just be real. Let's call it for what it is. And then there's a batch of bands, artists, musicians that were all like, oh, cool, I can fucking breathe for a minute. Let's do this. And picked up pad and paper and hid in a corner for however long, to come up with new material. I think that once we get back to live music, we're going to find that it's going to be the very mixed. Some artists are going to have trouble getting pulled because they're playing the same 5-year-old material, and some of these other bands have brand new stuff that's face melting in your face, like ready for the comeback.
Well, I think what the difference there is the musicians, those who live and breathe this stuff. We're definitely doing music while we're sitting at home. We may be alone, you know what I mean? We may be writing for our individual bands ourselves, depending on your situation. But, I would say most musicians weren't sitting on their ass. I would say that they were probably, writing their own stuff, and I'm excited for all of that stuff to come to light. Hopefully, like ours, picks up some steam, but hopefully a lot of other new interesting stuff comes out of this pandemic too.
Man, speaking of picking up steam, so you guys are on slate to release your new album and everything. So let's talk about that for a second here. So how excited are each and every one of you guys for this, first off?
Super excited. It's been a long time coming.
It took 5 years to get this far. Yeah. Lifelong dream come true, really. Yeah, absolutely.
And what would you say the writing process was like for this new album coming out?
Well, it's most of our stuff is just an idea off the riff. We try to just get a verse and a chorus going, try to see if we like what happens, and then go from there. You know what I mean? I write most of the lyrics, but Jason and Steph have been thrown in some too that have been great. We, just try to put our own individual flavors, like any band would say, our own, flavors into the mixture, stir it around, and hopefully taste it.
So you guys got a couple of interesting shows coming up, man. You guys are coming up on the 26th of June. You guys are going to be with the Hoodbillies, and on May 23rd, you're going to be up there for Devastation at Scully's.
Yep, that's right. That's right. We're real excited to play with the Hoodbillies. We know those guys. We played a couple shows with them, before. So we know those guys. I haven't seen any of the bands we are playing with Scully's yet, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Like I said before, I think there's going to be a lot of bands coming out of the pandemic, man. I'm excited to see all of it. It's about freaking time.
Yeah, man. And have you seen the new Hoodbilly setup yet?
Oh yeah, we've been in their place in Liquid Gandhi Productions, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to play there, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I feel like it could be that underground spot that, you know what I mean? If we do everything right, obey all the rules, whatever we got to do, keep it going, it's going to be fucking great. I hope so.
you know, the cool thing about it, man, like, I had no idea, like, what was going on. Farber hit me up and was like, yo, I want you to come check out the new spot. And I was like, all right, cool, like, new spot, you know, I had no idea what I was getting. And I pull up to this place, and I'm like, damn, what is this? And, like, fenced in, awesome fenced in parking, like, you know, secure, everything. It was awesome. And, lot of potential, man. 7,000 square feet, that's a lot of potential.
I think so too, man. I think so too. And like I said, the more we open up, it's going to be great. And I think that's going to be a spot, you know, an underground spot that everybody's going to be talking about.
Man, so let me ask you this. Which show are you most excited about, like, coming up?
Well, I mean, I guess I'd say the CD release myself, just because it's the CD release, and you know, we've been waiting to get this thing out of there for so long, and we've had to come through so many obstacles. So I guess I would say that one, but I'm real excited for Scully's too.
Excitement.
Yeah, equal excitement. That's
First show.
First show in a couple of years. I mean, you got to think, a lot of us, I don't know how everybody else did, but I thought, you know, we may never play live shows again when the pandemic hit. We were turning down shows before the pandemic happened because we were trying to get our album ready. We're trying to, you know, make everything tight. So we're turning down these shows. Then the pandemic hit, and I thought, did we turn down the last show I could ever play? I was in tears. I was losing my shit. So, I mean, I'll probably, you know, I'll be very happy to be on stage again in front of people. And I hope everybody comes out. I hope everybody has a blast. I know we are.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I have your guys' new video out, and I have to say, man, I loved the audio because I have to admit, now I can say it. I got it first. I got it before a lot of other people, so I feel honored and privileged for that. Awesome. The video is pretty intense, man. It reminds me of the early days of MTV.
Yeah, it's kind of what we were shooting for, I think. And let me, you know, I gotta give all that credit to Jason, our guitar player back here, did all that editing himself. He's the man. He did all that himself. He's something else, dude.
And so you guys got ready for that whole writing process. Before we get into it, I wanted to ask you, you know, what it was like writing Car Crash, knowing you guys were gonna put the video together, or was it, we don't know which one we're gonna do, let's pick one?
Well, I don't know.
The Car Crash was actually written about 8 months before we ever even thought, that's a great song.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and make that a full song.
Yeah, it just
so it ended up, I found an old recording of just the chorus and the verse of the beginning of Car Crash. And whenever I listened to this, of course, it had been a few months. And I was like, holy cow, we might have something there. So we kind of built off of that. And then, you know, that song actually has some sentimental value to it as well, because we have a close friend who we're kind of telling a story about.
Yeah, without giving, you know, anything too much away, it's just about, you know, at any moment in your life, you don't know what could happen. You could be hit by a car, you could, you know, get shot, anything could happen. You could have a brain aneurysm, and your whole life could change. And, you know, we have somebody in our lives that have went through some change like that, and that's what the inspiration of the song came out of.
I'm being bombarded by my 4-year-old for a cheese stick. Let's get into this new video right here. And I'm going to do the dad thing. We're going to do the music thing. You check out this music video. We'll be right back after this. We're going to talk about it.
great to see you back on your feet. You've got lots of life to live out there. Shitty things happen to all of us. Some cards dealt just ain't fair. Like a car crash out of nowhere. You're not invincible. Like a gun blast out of nowhere. No one's invincible. This life you have left, you should cherish it. 'Cause none of us are here for long. I know it's easier for me to say. Don't have to face this on your own. Like a car crash out of nowhere. You're not invincible. Like a gun blast out of nowhere. No one's invincible. No one's invincible. No one's invincible. It's great to see your flesh, it's all so cool. I look for you, but you're not there. Like a car crash out of nowhere. You're not invincible. Like a gun blast out of nowhere. No one's invincible. I know that it's not fair. Don't you dare say that no one cares. I know it's not fair. I know that it's
Well, we're back, guys. What's going on?
I'm back. Sweet.
So, I know it was a little different on your guys' end, but I think you got to see the music video while I was airing it the whole time. I saw you guys off on the side screen jamming out a little bit. So let's talk about it, man. That song, it's deep through and through, from the guitars to the drums to the leads to the drops, like all of it, emotionally. If you know the story or are learning of the story the first time, you're definitely connected to it the more you listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? It's the goal, you know what I mean? Is to try to get somebody to feel the same emotion that you felt writing the song, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, you guys are doing an awesome job, man. I'm excited for your new album to get out there. You guys are going to have it on all streaming platforms, right? I can't remember all of them. I know there's quite a few you guys are going to be on.
I think Apple is the only one that we haven't. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Apple Music is. Okay. So I think all of them we are going to have on.
Right on. Cool, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Saturday, talking about all this music you guys got going on. We got the 2 events coming up on May 23rd and June 26th, both going to be killer. Scully's and the Hoodbillies underground location. Man, it's crazy. I know it's Liquid Gandhi Productions, but I'm like, I'm having trouble cross promoting the venue and what's going on all at once.
Gotcha. Yeah, I get you, man. But thank you so much for having us on the show, man. We all love the show, and we appreciate it so much, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, guys. And so make sure you guys find these guys on Facebook at Seize Eternity. Make sure you guys give them, all the support you can. At the end of the day, we are all we have. Thank you guys again for doing what you do as artists and musicians, man. Before we go, though, I want to ask each one of you guys, what is a piece of advice that you would give to somebody out there that listens to your album or sees you guys and says, hey, I want to do that?
Stay with it.
Yeah.
Work hard at it. It's worth it.
Practice. Yeah, those are good ones. I think you got to keep pounding away. Is the one thing I would say after so long doing it. Is I'm not giving up. Eventually, we hope to make a career out of what we love, and that's what I'm going to keep pounding away until I can achieve it.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much again for your time today. I am Antman. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share, subscribe using hashtag #MusicFamiliaForLife. Shout out to all my sponsors and everybody out there. Thank you guys for doing what you do. And I will see you guys Thursday. Brand new episode of AntmanVs coming out to you at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah. Thank you.